Whether I'm hosting a retreat or working on my albums at home, the best scrapbooking happens after midnight. Last week on the Lazy Scrapbooker's next big project, I had to prioritize all of my mini deadlines, and it all came down to the power layout. So I spent a day finishing the power layout for this project. I even had Jeff give input, and he let me know it was okay not to use every photo. So I had to remember you don't have to put everything in the album, even though you've printed it. Hi, I'm Donna Guest, the Lazy Scrapbooker. Thanks for joining me on my next big project. We're going to plan, organize, and create a pair of scrapbooks to celebrate my husband and son's 15-day road trip, their baseball blowout. After meeting my video deadlines, I had 3 days to prepare for my next spring retreat. I made it, and now another 4-day retreat in the mountains of North Carolina was here. My second of 2 spring retreats has started just about 4 hours ago. I have done almost 2 pages, but hey, it's the first day. I've got other tasks going on, and now I'm making dinner. But it's a wonderful group, and it's a kind of smaller group this time, so I think it's going to be a really fun, relaxing weekend, and I might get some pages done. Either that, or I might enjoy this hot tub. It's 1 minute before 11 p.m. on the first day of my retreat, and I just finished my first 2 pages. So it's been a busy day. I made dinner and I had to teach a class, so I was happy to get this done. Since they are at the Dr. Seuss Museum and I am still jealous, I created one of my favorite fun little borders with the now retired decorative trimmer. And as I was using the cutouts from the wavy pieces for my photo mats, I decided to incorporate these fun waves into the mats, and I love it. Working on my next page, I went to grab a brochure pocket for this, and my disorganization with my own personal supply knows no limits because I have in my rolling bag a peekaboo pocket stuck to my package of brochure pockets with a foam square. That's amazing. It's day 2 of the retreat. This is a wonderful group, and I'm done with my lunch, and now I'm going to get a little bit of scrapbooking done. So pages don't get much simpler than this, and it does look over here like I just threw a lot of photos down and they stuck. Oh, but no, this was carefully planned. I cropped where I could to make them a little bit smaller, and I managed to get 6 photos on the page. It does not leave a lot of room for any embellishments, but again, this is a guy's scrapbook. They don't care. So what I did is I made one 12-inch punch with this older border maker cartridge, Jet, very cool, and then I cut it and put it in a couple of places. Then I have a background paper from Call to Serve, and then I cut tiny little strips, 12-inch strips of these little chevron arrow design there, and put it across there just to add a little something. I've got 3 pictures in a row here, and I'm going to put this brochure pocket right here with 2 brochures in it. Now this is clear, so once I attach it to the page protector, you'll be able to see this back here. And I've got a sticky note, which I have lost, it must be on my table somewhere, that is going to say New England Air Museum, and I left those letters at home, so I put the font that I'm going to use, the black sans serif, and I'll take care of that when I get home. I have this left over, so it can go here. Perfect. Did I wake up today planning to research goat tracks so that I could recreate them? No, but when you're scrapbooking a baseball game between the Hartford Yard Goats and the Binghamton Rumble Ponies, that's what you do. First, I drew them on a Post-it note so I could not have to rely on my phone. Not bad. Next, I started with a custom cutting system oval and then hand cut the hoof prints using my microtip scissors. Okay, those are pretty good. Then I used one as a template to trace with my scissors, and I had a whole path of goats walking across a 2-page layout. I have to say, I love the results. Saturday was a really full day at the retreat with a huge agenda, so I knew if I was going to scrapbook, I'd have to stay up late. And once everyone had gone to bed, I kept scrapbooking until 3:30 a.m. I've decided that anything can be fussy cut into an embellishment, like a donut from the concession stand, or the usher who was called a goat herder. What kind of a power layout is this? I have 2 pages and 1 piece of paper. Or I could do a block layout. All I need is a ruler and my trimmer. It's looking amazing, and I'll use my Curious Crabs border maker cartridge when I get home. I'm down to the last piece of this block layout. I need a 4 wide by 1 tall, according to my ruler, and I just don't have it. I do have it. I was wrong. One piece of paper for 2 pages, no problem. I did this beautiful block layout and it worked out. The best scrapbooking really happens after 2 a.m. A few pages back, I did the Hartford Yard Goats game and I have the rest of this little program left, but I think I may go through and cut out some things like this to use as embellishments. Starting with this one. I stand by my decision of adding these to the pages. I love them. It is Sunday of my retreat at around 2:30, and with the exception of the 2 ladies that are staying late to help me clean up, everyone has already checked out and gotten out of here, so we may start cleaning up now. We may wait till the end, which is about an hour and a half from now. I'll see whatever they want to do, but I've changed into my work clothes and I am ready. It is absolutely beautiful out here, but the good news is that I stayed up late last night until past 3:30 in the morning to scrapbook. I always do that on the last night apparently. And I got 20 pages done in the album all total. So considering I was hosting the retreat, I'm pretty pleased with that number. 2 days after my retreat is over and it's a familiar sight. So all of this is going to have to go down from the dining room to the basement. For my Tuesday tip tonight on Facebook Live, I demonstrated the rub-on transfers from the Craft Happy collection, specifically this one that looks like baseball stitching right here. So I took 2 pages that I'd already done from the Boston leg of the trip and demonstrated live on Facebook, so I'm so glad it worked properly, how to apply these rub-on transfers, and I think it adds so much to these pages. Meanwhile, my helper has done this without me even asking him to. I'm going to pay him. It's Thursday and I have not done any scrapbooking this week on the project at all. Got a lot accomplished on my retreat, 20 pages, but since then I've just been tired. I think it's taken me this long to catch up on sleep and just rest, but I have wanted to focus on fitness this week. So every day I've done something. And so far this week in 4 days, I've swam 2 miles, walked 4, and done 2 weight training workouts. And for some reason, I'm just exhausted. I even took a nap today. It was fantastic, but that doesn't help me get anything done. And now it is 8 o'clock. And like the 3rd shift employee my husband claims that I am, I'm about to get started working because I need to work some on the project and I have my final 2 layouts for my spring scrapbook sprint due tomorrow night. So I've got to get those going and get the videos done for those as well. So to get started, I'm back here at the pool table where I've spread out some of my pages and I've got to select what I'm going to do for layout number 7. And that's for my spring scrapbook challenge. And I think these 2 pages that I skipped while I was on the retreat will be perfect. I put down that I wanted to use the railroad tracks border punch because they were going to the Scranton Rail Riders game. So I hope I have that punch. I really can't remember. Let's go see. Okay, I need to take a good look around this wall and see if I have it. I'm afraid this might be a situation of where I said, when am I going to be riding in a train? Why do I need this? Good news. This is the punch I needed. So let me get started on these pages. Okay, I've got my lights set up. I'm ready to go. And before I started, I went to get something from my desk and then I stayed there about 15 minutes. But I did check on the progress on my spring scrapbook sprint and those ladies had done another 66 pages since last night. So I had to go and check all those out. It's fun when we have a punch for every occasion. This is the game of the Scranton Rail Riders, and it was their only, you guessed it, rain out. I'm going to dress up these train tracks a little bit, and my sister Lori did this, and I'm going to scrap lift this from her. I'm taking the silver fine tip pen, which is really not that fine, using a ruler. And going straight up the track. Oh, that does look good. It does look good. Very cool. It looks so real. That looks amazing. check it out. So it's actually going to go like this. I love that. Probably down here so I'll have room for more pictures. I love it so much. Now I'm going to make a second 8-inch one over here for this side. This is my favorite method of applying letters, starting over here and then working backwards over here. You literally cannot go wrong. It's always going to be centered. And done. I love the way this layout turned out. And my super fast and easy layout for number 8 in the Spring Scrapbook Sprint is done. I finished both layout 7 and 8 for my Spring Scrapbook Sprint, and in the process got 3 more pages done in the album project. Now I'm editing the videos so I can have those ready for tomorrow night's deadline. Then I'll see if I can work some more on the project. It's after midnight. I should be going to bed. I know that, but I'm going to finish up on this stack of incomplete pages from the retreat. Each one has a post-it note on it for something I have to do. Most of them are letters that I didn't have with me. Yep, a bunch of letters to do. And I'm in that place where I don't have any more R's, but I have plenty of P's. So I'm doing this thing, which I know we've all done it. You've all done it, but I can make an R pretty well with a P, and a Y is good. The hardest part though is dealing with these little tiny pieces though. This right here will make you want to use a Cricut, but I don't know. I like it. Okay, I'm happy with that. Looks good. Wonderful. And then once I get the page protector on, this is going to go right here, and that's see-through, so you're going to see all that. Now I need to figure something to put over here. I think I'm going to add a few little stars here just to fill up the space. And I found some old paper from, wow, 2018. I remember when that came out. I can't believe that's been 7 years. Wow. Really hard to believe. So using some scraps, I'm just going to punch some of these, cut them out, and I'll have kind of a cool little thing going right there. That works. That says New England Air Museum. I am one step away from going over there to my store. It's right over there, and grabbing another one of these packs because this is getting really old. They're only $10 each. But what else can I do with all these Z's? I'm about to turn some F's into E's. Okay, perfect. You can't tell at all. I'm using this Curious Crabs Border Maker cartridge just to add little crabs. I'm not using the full border. Just what's punched out of the crabs is absolutely perfect. This one's retired and sold out, but I, at this time, do have a couple more on my online store, thelazyscrapbooker.com/shop. I was bringing all these pages in here, the ones that I did this weekend, to put page protectors on, but I don't know that I can do that because I haven't done all the journaling yet. So now I kind of need to stop and do the journaling, and that's basically going through what Jeff wrote, kind of making not corrections, but just formatting it into complete sentences, and then measuring where it's going to go and making it the right size in Microsoft Word. So it's after 1 o'clock. I don't know if I have that in me tonight. I don't know. I might get a little start on it. I'll kind of maybe go through here and see what I can do. Well, it does look like I have plenty of pages that I'd already done, like when we were in Boston, that I finished completely with journaling when it's required, and I have not put page protectors on. So I can do that tonight. That's an easy task for after 1 a.m. Although I don't know how many I have. If I have a lot, I should be using that method with the file folder so it goes on a little quicker, but this is pretty easy. Pretty easy. But at least I can get these kind of done. It feels so good to put a page protector on, doesn't it? And I have the photo polishing cloth here. Although these are matte finish, they really don't need polishing, but I feel the need to do it anyway. I forgot about these pages. They're so cute. It's always fun to look back at your album once you've moved on and you kind of forget what you did. Simple, but very cute. Oh, don't you hate that right there when things push up? There we go. This one already has one, so I don't know why some do and some don't. That one has a peekaboo pocket, so that's why. Okay, I'll finish this up. I'm not ready for the computer tonight, but I am going through the pages and through Jeff's notes, and showing what part of it I want where and how much space I have. Just taking a ruler and kind of estimating how much space I want it to take up, writing that down here. And if pages do not have journaling on them, I'm going ahead and putting a page protector on. And I think that's about all I have in me for tonight. And now it's 2:15 in the morning and time for sleep, and someone has gotten to my bed before me. That was indeed all I could do last night. I'm really excited to format and add the journaling to days 7 and 8 of my trip. Once I do that, I'm over halfway done with the album, which doesn't really sound great, but I don't think the latter half is going to take me nearly as long. I think completing the rest of it is going to be super easy. It occurred to me that out of all the deadlines I was originally throwing out there in episode 1 or 2, Christmas, the most generous, the lengthiest deadline goal was their birthday, which is next week. So I'm going to have to go back to, I'll finish it when I finish it. And let's hope that's not too long for now. I mean, it's been months. And this project is not nearly as difficult as it was to do 25 years of Jeff's fire service career. I honestly don't know how I did that in 2 months last year, start to finish. Got no idea. Nicholas, you want to be in the video? Hey, and if you ever are interested or want to learn more about the products that I'm using in the videos, check out the description because I typically list them all or most of them and put links there so you can check them out. I'll keep plugging away at this project. Thank you so much for watching and being here for it. I'll see you next week.